Hello, everyone, and welcome to Make Your Own Victory, the GDQ Hotfix show that attempts to capture 100% of the joy of speedrunning in 0% of the completed video games. My name is Quacksilver, and tonight on the show, we have the indie sequel episode, daring to ask the question, what if that thing you like, we made a second one of? Tonight on the show, we have two indie sequels both released in the last year or so, both of franchises that are near and dear to my heart, two categories that, for varying degrees of technicality, do not roll the credits of the video game in question. Starting off tonight, we will have GRIME II's Satiated Percent, also a bit of a sequel to this show, as we showcased a very early routing exploration showcase of that game, like the week it came out. Well, now it's a real speedrun TM. And later on in the evening, we will have Slay of Spire II with the current world record holder of the all characters speedrun. Of course, if you like what we do here at GDQ, there is so much GDQ coming up. Just in the next month or two, we have 3 events back-to-back in Gamescom, PAX West, and Flame Fatales 2026. So be sure to go to gdq.gg/schedule to see currently the Gamescom schedule and bookmark that page for everything else that is coming up on this channel. But of course, to kick it off, is anyone else hungry? Because I personally am so hungry I could eat an entire universe. Here to run Satiated Percent in GRIME II, please welcome to the stage, Zonk.
Hello. This is GRIME II, and we are going to be playing as a very hungry little guy. And since there's a 2-minute long intro cutscene, we can maybe just get started and do the intro for the game as that cutscene is going. So let's begin in 3, 2, 1, go.
Good luck.
Thank you. Yeah. So this game, the sequel to GRIME I, where you play as a weird black hole creature whose very clear stated aim is to devour the entire world, as black holes might be easy to do, able to do. The game is not easy.
Easy to do. This is a Souls-like, basically.
Yes. It's a little cross between a Souls-like and a Metroidvania. And the sequel is no exception, although definitely the portion of the sequel we will be playing today leans a lot more towards the Metroidvania part. So we're going to be running around collecting abilities and beating a whole bunch of very difficult bosses. In this game, it's maybe a little less clear that we're gonna eat the entire world, and admittedly, this category we don't eat the entire world. We just eat large swaths of it, and then we just get a little tummy ache. We just get full. I don't know. Like sometimes you just gotta stop eating.
Here at Make Your Own Victory, we encourage moderation.
And so in the middle of the game, you kind of get kicked back out to that starting area where that NPC was monologuing at us, and they're like, all right, you make a choice. Are you satiated or do you hunger for more? And we're going to say we're done. And then it's going to kick us out to the main menu and not roll credits. And that's it. And, yeah. So, we already, in this little opening tutorial section, have a pretty cool movement set. we got these dash jumps, which are our main movement for the source for the most of the run. We got these little air kicks, which give us a little bit of distance in the air, as well as a bit of height, which is actually quite relevant. And of course, perhaps most importantly in this sort of Souls-like game, we have a parry, which, in addition to being incredibly useful for this parry, okay, let's just say this parry goes above and beyond. In addition to being super useful for bosses in terms of just, you know, parrying attacks and not taking damage, parry will be our main damage source for the entire run, except the final boss. We'll get to that later. And it will enable a couple of, well, minor skips, because it also is an air stall, and it allows us to interrupt some weapon attacks, which, if you do it carefully, can save a tiny bit of time on some of these attack combos that we're doing here. Didn't quite get the fastest cycle here, but that's the tutorial boss. Just kind of smack it with our axe, and now we have the other cool ability of this game, which is grasp. So if you played GRIME 1, you might recognize it's very similar to the GRIME 1 ability of pull, where there's a lot of these sorts of grasp points out in the world, and we can grab onto various things with it. It allows us to interact with a lot of game elements, and we also will get a pretty awesome upgrade to it that really transforms how the ability works, as well, a little later in the run. So yeah, it also kind of, actually, yeah, 2 upgrades, because there's, I'll talk more about grasp when we get those upgrades. For now, it's basically just like, here, there's a couple of game elements that you need to grasp to progress, but there is much more, much more than that. Yeah, right now, I'm going to be progressing through this opening area. Fun fact, you actually can skip this a significant portion of this area, but it's like weird and FPS dependent, and we all kind of decided that it was not a good idea to allow. So maybe this is a good time to mention that this is a restricted rule set run. Will not be performing major glitches. In addition to these sort of like weird FPS dependent tricks, which are unfortunately a staple of both GRIME 1 and GRIME 2, we have some much bigger ones, like wall clips, that are also banned in this category and can break the game wide open. Oh, that's nice. I got that little skip. That's one of my favorite little skips. That's just like, you kind of jump out from under the wall to skip going around a little bit. And here I have gotten a mold. There's a lot happening here. I also equipped some armor, which gives me a little fat boost. And I assimilated a mold. So molds in this game, you kill enemies, or you like absorb enemies. After a certain point, you get a mold. You can equip that. You have a paint bar, which will show up in the top left of my screen underneath my health. And that, when that bar is full, it charges when I use my weapon attacks. When that bar is full, I will be able to use one of my molds. It's a little more complicated than that, but that's all you need to know for this run. This particular mold is so easy to get. It's in the first area. You only need to get 4 of those enemies to obtain it, and it is actually incredibly powerful. So that's kind of like, it's just really nice supplementary damage. It can't be our primary damage, but because of how infrequently you get to use it, but it does save quite a lot of time for just so little effort. to pick it up. And here we are at our first boss, the Bound Shell. And remember how this boss is for later.
This will be on the test.
Yeah, you're writing all this down, right? I got that. Nice. This boss is I actually don't know. Are there any other bosses in the game that have like a weak point? This boss has a weak point. You can hit the head for more damage. I don't think that mechanic is actually really followed up on.
You had to have something special for the demo.
Yeah. I really like this boss. It's a fun boss. All the bosses in this game, honestly, are just really good. There may be a couple that I have some gripes with, but honestly, like, okay, I am a notorious boss fight lover. It's half the reason why I speedrun is to just fight cool, hard bosses, but fast. And now we have Force. Force is a mechanic that barely matters for this run, but it does matter for the final boss a decent bit. Even though it sounds like it should matter a ton. Force is this other bar below my health. In GRIME 1, this was stamina, but it's not really stamina in this game because it doesn't actually stop you from doing anything when it's depleted. But you do consume it by doing actions like dashing and attacking. And when the stamina bar, this force bar, it's not stamina, don't listen to me. When this force bar is high, my weapon attacks deal 80% more damage. Which is quite a large number. And if you play this game casually, it's a really cool mechanic. That like, kind of like how you get there's a bunch of like other abilities you can get in the game that kind of help you refill your force and manage it. And you can kind of parlay that into a really, a ton of damage weapon build. But all those things take a long time to get, unfortunately. And so in the speedrun, we really can't rely on having that damage boost. Because, if you want to keep attacking, that force bar is going to be depleted basically all the time. And you're not going to get that 80% damage bonus, which unfortunately makes weapon attacks not the most exciting source of damage for a speedrun. Something you might have seen me just do a little bit back there is I like grasped an object and then I immediately did my air kick. And if you do that, you actually get a little extra height. So that's a nice little skip you can do in a couple places in this run. All right. Yeah, is there anything important I'm forgetting to mention? There's just like a whirlwind of little things to explain in the beginning of this game.
Yeah, no, truly for being like a Souls-like in 2D, I think this is one of the better like interpretations. This series, obviously, I'm showing my whole bias here, but like for cramming like the RPG mechanics, the build variety, like that, compressing that down into a 2D Metroidvania-ish. Like there's so many systems and they all weirdly work.
Yeah, no, and this game added it changed a couple systems. It maybe removed a little bit, but it kind of added even more systems than compared to the first game. And it still works really well. They're both, I mean, they both have kind of their unique styles, where GRIME 1, again, that stamina, that has an actual like proper stamina gauge that restricts what you can do, and that makes it a very kind of different experience. But they're both like really awesome games, and straight up my two favorite speedruns ever.
Really? So. I did not know that. I mean, Valve.
Oh, yeah.
They're incredible speed games. I have to ask, because I do see a cursor on screen. Are you playing fully mouse keyboard, or are you switching to mouse keyboard for cutscene management?
I switched to mouse keyboard for cutscenes specifically, yeah.
Diabolical.
Yeah. It's kind of an awful setup, but I don't have the muscle memory to play Metroidvanias with mouse. So, but mouse is just so much faster for menuing and nicer for selecting cutscene options in this game. All right, here we're gonna do an awesome skip that I don't think saves time at all, or if it does, it's like half a second. We're gonna return to menu here. It skips a cutscene though, okay?
I trust it. And notably, it doesn't, like, permanently brick your save file, right?
No, it does not. I have, in fact, finished runs with this. I mean, actually, I've never done any percent with this. Maybe it bricks your run if you try to go for any percent. But no, this is actually a cutscene we used to be able to skip really easily. And then the devs made it less easy to skip, because actually skipping this really important cutscene where one of the main NPCs introduces to you, like, the entire quest of the first, like, third of the game is bad. For casual players, but you can now just skip it by save quitting when you go through that door, which is a lot faster. That's not actually true. It's like a second faster, maybe. Another funny thing about this game, doesn't have a cutscene button proper, but there's dialogue options to skip the conversation. You're really hungry, you know? Oh, I need to upgrade my weapon. We're really hungry, and we don't really want to be talking to these people when we could be eating things. So, you know, there's a lot of dialogue options that are just like, yeah, let's get this over with. Skip the cutscene. We don't need to listen to these people. My favorites, you don't care for their irksome squeaks. It's gonna be
yes, you're canonically a little bit of a monster, and I mean obviously the creature you are, but also like just you're rude canonically. Yeah, as a speedrunner in this game, it's very funny.
Yeah. Honestly, everyone in this game is like pretty rude. There aren't very many nice characters in this game. Like, we just kind of sped past the introductions of really probably like the two main NPCs in the game, which would be Manzil and Vare. And like really everything that happens here is Manzil's fault. Like, it's our fault definitely for like actually doing the war crimes and eating everything. But like Manzil is just like knows exactly what we are and is just like deciding to be friends with us because he wants his revenge. And Vare is just like, I don't know. Vare's a little more reasonable, but
Vare's
still just like
messy.
He's an asshole in some cutscenes. Yeah. Do that. I'm picking up a couple of these little upgrade things for my weapon for later. It is still worth it to do a little bit of upgrading. And you can kind of grasp some of these platforms. I missed that one to make the enemies fall. And there's a level up system in this game. That's something I haven't mentioned yet.
Yeah, the RPG mechanics.
Okay, we're in a marathon, so we're going to tell this guy that they look deliciously crunchy. And then we're going to not eat them because like that's slow, but yeah, killing enemies gives you basically XP. I forget what it's called actually. I need that. There we go. And you can upgrade stats, and for the most part, we are going to upgrade the stat that gives us parry damage, which is pliability. Also add this little tiny optimization I made for satiated specifically, where we equip sharpening weave. This thing, and it probably saves like 2 seconds. I don't know.
Let's go.
So it's a thing we're given for free, and it does more than nothing. So it gives us like a 15% weapon damage increase for like 10 seconds or something, which isn't very relevant for our very parry focused damage. but there's a couple spots where it's kind of just free to use, so why not equip it? It takes literally 0 time to pick up and approximately 0 time to equip. All right. Oh, I'm kind of low health here. Fine.
That was tempting fate into both of those attacks. Be like, hey, these could
look.
hit me.
I've gotten used to parrying that guy because you're often on low health in this segment. When I'm not on low health, I don't bother. Oh yeah, sorry. What were you saying?
No, I was going to wait until we opened up the second one, but it occurs to me you probably don't need to warp back here. Do you want to talk about the map system real quick, or are we going right into
Yes. Sure. Yeah, we're going into Darth, but this is a fine boss. We can talk during Darth. Oh, I do need to concentrate for these dialogue options. Very important. We need to tell them that their mountains are ugly. We hate their mountains. That's the fastest dialogue option. There's a lot of very rude dialogue options that are fast. Okay, actually, before I discuss the map system and warps, I'm going to discuss this weapon that we just picked up. This is the attuning bow. It does very, very little damage, as you might be able to see. Single-digit damage over here. But don't be fooled. It is an incredible weapon. It applies stacks of an ability, which you can see building up above Darsh's health bar, which unfortunately will drain away now, which increase parry damage, among some other things that we don't use in this run. This used to be unimaginably broken, actually, in the earliest patches of the game. I'm running on current patch at the moment. It could multiply at max stacks. It could multiply your damage by like 6 or something. It was like crazy. I don't even remember what the exact number was.
I believe in the first released beta of the game, it was like, a full 600% damage.
Yeah, it was absolutely ridiculous. They nerfed it, and it is still just like incredible damage for the speedrun. So yeah, that's most of our damage over here. Come on. All right, there's Darth. Bosses so far haven't been too bad, but they will get bad pretty quickly. Now we can use grasp as an additional type of parry. There will be certain attacks that will be parryable with grasp, which is one of the major kind of grasp upgrades we get during this run, and we're about to get the next one. Yeah.
So you have different parries with different buttons, and the boss will give you different visual indicators for each different type of parry. Does this legally make GRIME II a rhythm game? Chat, discuss.
It's a good question. It's a good question. I am not much of a rhythm gamer myself, although I am a musician. It's not my preferred. Games are not my preferred method of making rhythms happen. You must understand.
Honestly, what an all-timer quote.
Yeah. So we are picking up another ability immediately after that, which is our second major grasp upgrade. These things chain very nicely together. Although you can get this ability from a different angle, but it's much worse and harder and makes you go through an entire area that we don't need to go through. It's also the area that the game tells you not to go to, very explicitly. And so everyone goes to it, of course, first and deals with the way harder route through the game. Anyway, if you
peak
couldn't tell,
game
we have
design.
a grapple now. So yeah, we got grapple now. All these kind of white grass points are, for the most part, now grapple points. That's awesome. Grappling is very fun. This game has some really cool movement. That's kind of most of the movement we're going to be getting in this run. There's some other things that we mostly use for, like, the fact that we need, it's strictly required to get this ability for checks.
For checks,
there's that
rando
grass
player
counter.
spotted.
I mean more like the game checked for if you have this ability in this specific spot, and yeah, that was my intention. But you know,
but you're on thin ice.
I'll take the rando player allegations. Oh, don't die there. That's fine. Let's just do this a little slow. This boss is maybe the jankiest one in the game. I don't know. Mara could be jankier, depending on your definitions. But I don't like this boss very much. It just kind of jumps all over the place, and the hitboxes do not feel very good. Oh, you can double parry things in this game sometimes. I didn't mention that too. That's another reason why parry is so good. There's a couple attacks in the game that you can just straight up parry twice. We don't really know why, but you can. Just specific attacks. Yeah, this is a completely unimportant ability that we just picked up, but we have to go down here because we need to tell an NPC that we killed this boss. That's the entire reason we come down here and do that whole boss. Is just because an NPC's like won't let us in a door if we don't say we killed that boss. Okay, we're circling back. Talk about the map system.
Yeah.
We're getting some of these maps. You might be wondering, why on earth are you getting maps in a speedrun? You don't need to look at the map. Well, this game has, honestly, a really cool map system and fast travel system rolled into one, where there are these seals that we're breaking, and there are 2 of them in each area. The first one you unlock, whichever one it is. Let's take this movement slow because it hates you. The first one you unlock gives you the map, and the second one you unlock lets you fast travel to any of the save points you have within that area. So obviously, if we want to be able to backtrack in this game, and we sure do want to be able to backtrack in this game, we're going to need to unlock some fast travel. And that means, unfortunately, unlocking the map first. So there's the second one for this area. Now we can warp back here whenever we want. Would definitely be a little more convenient if we didn't have to sit through 2 like 7-second long animations every time, but more than worth it for the fast travel. And we're right into our next boss, the Prime Pitcher. This is an amazing showcase of why parry damage is so good in this game. This boss just absolutely melts because it just has a lot of parryable attacks. This is the worst attack, but we've made it work. Yeah. Also something I haven't mentioned. Oh, all right, there we go. That's the boss.
Very clean. What were you saying?
Oh yeah, something I haven't mentioned is bosses will often have these health thresholds in where there's these yellow kind of dots in their meter. Those are supposed to be like, oh, the boss gets stunned for a little bit and they give you a heal when you do that. But for us, what's more important is that grasping those to get the heal actually deals full parry damage to the enemy. Just yet another reason that parry damage is so amazing in this game. Yeah, and now we're entering Kankan, which is kind of the first town in this game. The only one we'll be going to, but there are some kind of towns in this game. In contrast to GRIME I, which is much more kind of dead world in some ways, very like dark and not a whole lot of NPCs. This game has these kind of vibrant towns, which I think is really cool. But we're just going to be talking to a bunch of NPCs to progress the like quest state of the game. So,
I mean, GRIME I notably has one civilization. You show up and immediately destroy it completely.
Yes, at their request, I should note.
So, you know, there was an attempt. No, I do think, like, GRIME I has, like, a Cosmos, vaguely Eldritch horror theme, like Zonk mentioned, you're a black hole. This game obviously leans into the art of it all a lot more. You are an art mimic. There is paint and, you know, clay and sculpting and a whole bunch of stuff. A whole bunch of artistic discipline every which way.
Yeah, the art themes in this game are very cool, and definitely like it's such a cool like kind of contrast to GRIME 1, but also like still very much feels like it fits within the same universe.
Just a little bit gross.
Yup. If you hadn't noticed from all of the hands by now.
But it just add like your dash. I definitely heard this described at some point very early on as like wet Sekiro. I do think.
Yeah, oh, it's so wet.
It's just there's a lot.
I don't care for the irksome squeaks. I want to eat it. Sorry, I need to interrupt for that dialogue specifically.
No, that's real. Also, good luck, Tankard Warden Gauntlet.
Thank you. Yes, this is actually probably like the hardest boss. Well, arguably. Yeah. The reason this is the hardest boss in the run, by the way, is because you have to fight a gauntlet of normal enemies, and the normal enemies are harder than the bosses in this game. I'm not kidding.
Well, I imagine it's especially rough when you can't stack attunement on something because there's not one thing. There's like
yes, exactly. We are also speccing pretty heavily. Oh, ow! Let's not die. Stop. Yeah, we're speccing pretty heavily into a thing that basically says you deal a lot of damage over the course of a long. Oh my god, these guys are trolling me. These guys also just have 0 parryable attacks, which is fun. Well, actually, I guess that attack's parryable. The quote-unquote attack, the them running away attack. There we go.
That was so
kind of scuffed arena. Yeah, that one is fun. You just save a spiked finger for it, and they just kind of melt. It's great. And then the other reason why this is the hardest boss in the game is because it has a first phase, which has the exact same attacks as second phase, but slower. And so you need to know 2 different parry timings for every attack, which is just annoying. There we go, okay. Like that.
Ah, Tankard Warden.
Rep. Oh, so that's okay though. That's one of the least bad deaths to take in this run, honestly, because thankfully, unlike a certain recently released Metroidvania, this game has the mercy to not make you fight the arena again before the boss.
Are we
However,
slandering? Are we slandering Mina the Hollower? I don't think of that as a Metro. Or no, you're still on Silksong being recent. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Look. Silksong is recent in my heart.
I don't know. I think it's been like 40 years since that game came out.
I'm still used to Silksong not existing, okay?
That's fair.
All right, now we're in second phase, which is easy because okay. In my... What did I just do? Oh, I use the ability. Okay, cool. In my opinion, the hardest attacks to parry are the slow ones.
I think that's generally true across like Souls-like things. If a move has like 9 years of windup, it's way worse to deal with. I've only played a small handful of Souls-likes, but I feel like that checks out.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. So that was definitely one of the scarier parts of the run. But bosses do not stop, because now that we've defeated that construct that those guys have made, they were like, well, we were gonna send that construct to kill this other guy, and now it's your job to kill the other guy because you killed the thing that was gonna kill it. So we gotta go do that so that they will let us see a major quest NPC for the game. So yeah, that whole segment was just to basically unlock a wall that was here and let us into the next area. This game has kind of a decent bit of these sort of, hey, you gotta talk to this person and do this quest for them so to unlock this door, which, like, personally is generally not my favorite design choice for Metroidvanias, but like this game has bosses that are good enough that they can do that design choice however much they want. This cutscene for some reason is unskippable. There's so many cutscenes where we're just like, no, we don't care about this cutscene, and there are like so many like incredibly plot important cutscenes we can just be like, nope, don't care. Like in lore, I'm just like, I'm a jerk and I don't care. But this cutscene, completely unimportant to anything. It's just this random argument between these two groups of people, and no skipping option. So
it's because you're there on the first Smith's authority, and so you can't.
Oh,
be rude.
Yeah.
You're required to have decorum.
That's so true. Yeah. All right, here's another little skip. Let's hope I can get it. That's fine. Nice.
Nice.
You can just kind of jump over the cutscene trigger there, which is fun. Let's hope these platforms behave. For some reason in this area, these platforms sometimes hate you and just like decide to spit you out the bottom instead of the top when you grapple to them. And that's annoying because it loses like 10 seconds if that happens, and I have no idea what causes it. Sometimes you just notice I like snap right to the top like that, and sometimes you don't. All right, another best part of this game, the swears. Ready? Language warning. Oh, muddy mucking rust. This game has some very creative swear replacements. I'm a big fan.
It's good. They have fun here in the world of Grime.
Yup. Here's another boss that has ads, which are annoying, but we got the ad to cower, and I actually have no idea what causes that. So I just kind of hit them until that happens or they're dead. And there's another one to the left side of the screen, so we're just never going to go to the left side of the screen. Sorry, what were you saying?
That's just very in canon. Like, I don't know what makes you stop, but I'm just going to be annoying at you until you do.
Oh, let's not die here. Okay. Heal. No. I don't know why that didn't work. Alright.
Nice.
Okay, and we can... What? I'm sorry, what are you doing? Okay.
That was like a... Excuse me? I've seen that, like,
actually?
that boss... I've seen that boss will, like, you know, if they've already, like, started an attack where they have to drop the sword. I've seen them drop the sword before. I've never seen them say, heck, you do a full attack combo after dying.
I have also never seen that happen. That's actually crazy. They always do the like drop sword attack. That boss does always like do one last attack where they like fall on you after they die. Yeah. That's an interesting little bug there. But thankfully didn't kill me.
It would have been really funny if that got you.
It would have been very funny, it's true. I think it happened because I like parried the boss after it died. Like there's that attack you can both parry and grasp counter to do both types of parries basically on this if you do them in quick succession. And I think the first parry killed it, and then the second parry like still went through, and so it like confused it somehow. Yeah, so now we have another ability. Well, technically we have two more abilities. One of them is wall jump, which is necessary for surprisingly few places in this game, but it is necessary. Not the best wall jump of all video games time, but it, you know, it does the job of getting you up the walls you need to go up, but we're going to try to avoid using it pretty much all the time. Yeah, now we're gonna inadvertently break this person out of prison. This is one of the kind of weird things in the game that happens that isn't really our fault, because we just like actually like Manzel's actually just tricking us into breaking this person out of prison. Manzel's also a jerk. We might be a jerk, but you know, so is Manzel.
So is pretty much everyone.
So is pretty much everyone.
It's okay. Everyone's just a little bit upset because everyone's hungry. That's canon.
Everyone's hungry. That's true. Yeah. Why aren't more people eating in this game? We seem to be the only person who ever eats. Maybe that would fix them.
Alternate secret ending to Grime II where you still destroy the world, but you share it with everyone. Don't worry about the like physics implications of this. It works, trust.
Yeah. All right, here we're taking advantage of our fast travel for the first time. We're actually supposed to like go back to the like main hub area and get a quest here, but the game just like totally does not stop you even a little bit from just going this way first. So we're gonna go this way first and then catch back up with them later at a time where it's more convenient. There's both a couple of important bosses down here and a couple of important abilities, and we get to see the wonders of this game's wall jump, where if you go too high on a wall, you will start to ledge grab and then it won't give you back your air dash, and sometimes that is annoying. Definitely wall jump. Like, so much of this game's movement is like sick as hell. So the wall jump to me just stands out as something that is less than sick as hell. And thankfully it kind of gets replaced in the late game by something that is sick as hell and basically supersedes wall jump in all scenarios. So that's neat, but we won't be getting that ability today because this is not any percent or any longer category. We're not going to the credits. We're not eating the entire world. It could have saved like 5 seconds by doing that earlier. We're just a little peckish, you know. Just having a nice snack before we return to the void or whatever. I don't know. Where's the Rippler of Waves from? Is that otherwhere? I don't know enough about this game's lore.
Classic speedrunner behavior. Chad, I don't know.
Look, in fairness,
Chad, help me.
In fairness, this game's lore is pretty confusing.
It is very, again, Metroidvania / Souls-like. just like, hey, figure it out, Bessie.
Yup. We have a super jump now. That's cool. We need it for a couple things. Otherwise, it's kind of slow. But it has one other kind of nice use, which is that it insta-breaks walls. One of the main downsides of having most of your damage focused in parry is that you can't parry walls. And so walls occasionally take a while to kill. Or break, rather. Very nice, I got this cycle. And I immediately messed it up. Cool. By trying to go too early. So we're gonna be, yeah, it's fine. We'll just wait a little.
It's also lovely. Play the music.
Yes. Oh yeah, this is also a little music glitch. I don't know why this music keeps playing for like, we'll get used to this music. We're gonna be hearing it for a while. And I'm getting trolled by this enemy. This is maybe the worst part of the entire game.
I 100% got hit there.
Yeah, that is an absolutely like horrendous room, and you actually just have to practice to like, because sometimes you have to basically stall there because there's shockwaves that stop you from charging the super jump. If one enemy does one particular thing, it's a whole mess. We got through it. It's also just a really bad death to take because our save point is really far away, and we're about to get a new one. All right. You might think the music is going to stop now. It is not going to stop now. This is not this area's music. This area is supposed to have different music. Or maybe no music. I'm actually not entirely sure. But it's definitely not supposed to be continuing to play this. Yeah, we're grabbing a little bit of money that happens to be right on our path. Because we're gonna need it for some weapon and armor upgrades later. This is also the reason why we kind of delay going back to the hub area, because we want to just collect a little more money and upgrade materials before we go there. Okay. Cool. I think that should be our last upgrade material that we need. Hopefully I remembered them all.
We'll find out one way or another.
This means the final boss will be a little slower if I did not. Now we have air dash. Also required for a couple of things, and is a little bit fast because yeah, it's better than the air kick in most situations, although notably it actually is not a strict upgrade from the air kick, which we used to have in this place, because you cannot gain any height from it, unlike the air kick. And now we're attacking a boss from off screen. So bosses don't take damage off screen, or before they're activated, rather, which is really what's happening.
I have not seen this before.
Remember this,
oh no.
But remember this boss has or this weapon applies stats of a status called attunement, which increases our parry damage, and bosses are immune to, oh my god, that was nerve-wracking. Okay, let's heal a little. And bosses are not immune to status effects when off screen. And I'm a little nervous here. Let's try. Okay, gotta keep up my stacks. I'm actually mixing in my like more damaging weapon. Oh, damn. Okay, That's fine. That's fine.
I respect.
I was talking.
I absolutely respect not going for the heal there. I 100% healed there and then died anyway.
Yeah, sometimes there's just like healing is sometimes a bait in these games. You try to heal, you die. But now I get a little more time to explain what this is all about. So in addition to hitting the boss from off screen, there's actually a very specific place where you build up double special charges from your basic attack. So I'm lining up in a very specific spot here relative to the boss. Yeah, it just lets you apply attunement stacks way faster than if you were fighting the boss normally. Otherwise, you know, why not just, you know, fight the boss while you're applying the stacks? But it's because you can. Oh my god, this... Yeah, I was telling Quack earlier that I think this is not like, definitely not like the casual hardest boss. Oh god, I dropped my attunement. But it is my pick for the speedrun hardest boss, at least for me right now, because there's just so much going on, and you kind of can't afford to like be responsible and deal with any of the things that are going on, so you kind of just gotta like see through all the noise and hit the parry opportunities when you get them. Ow. Okay, conceal hero. Okay.
Nice.
Fine.
Very clean that second time. No, those hitboxes are massive. Is this our spot to take our break? Now that you've dealt with
it absolutely is.
All right.
I will do my return to checkpoint, and yeah.
Cool, so we'll go ahead and pause the timer here on that return to checkpoint. For those of you who don't know, on the GDQ Hotfix for our longer runs, we take a break in the middle. This is so that our runners can take a break, our production can take a break, and also so that we can run some ads on the channel. If you are around, thank you for being around. It means a lot to me and to us here at GDQ, and I hope you'll consider subscribing. Thank you to everyone supporting us with your subs, gift subs, bits cheered. It literally does help keep the show running. If you're enjoying the stream, consider subscribing for access to exclusive emotes, ad-free viewing, and of course chat during replays. With that, we are going to take a quick break. So please get up, stretch, grab some water, and when we come back, the second half of Satiated Percent. I'll see you there. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Make Your Own Victory, the indie sequel episode. We have set the table and taken our first few cautious bites, but now here to finish the meal of Satiated Percent. Please welcome back, Zong.
Hello, welcome back, everyone. I'm going to be unpause it in 3, 2, 1, go.
Good luck, part 2.
Thank you. All right. Now is a good time to introduce what the actual main quest of this run is, which is also the game's roughly divided into 3 acts, and Act 1 was the basically up through breaking this guy Irgog out of prison, and this is the main quest of Act 2, which is kind of the classic Metroidvania go collect these 3 things quest. In this case, they are the parts of a weapon, which Manzel wants to use to enact their revenge, although it turns out that the weapon is also pretty good at killing us, as well as the thing that Manzel wants revenge on. We're gonna upgrade here. Get that menuing going. All right, nice. So yes, collect the 3 things. We actually just collected one of them already. That was, I guess, a little sequence break, although again the game doesn't really stop you like at all from doing that. So the forged anvil from Anvil Head, who we just fought there. is one of the pieces, and we are going to go get the other two, which are considerably more involved. And triggering that, the cutscene at the end of Act 2, basically, is the thing that lets us say, actually, we're full. So I'm dropping down here to enter our next kind of major area. But yeah,
I do have to say, the little like green arms on the breakable walls is just such a good choice. As someone who's spent a million years looking for breakable walls.
Yes, yeah, no, it's a very helpful feature of this game. Notably, the reason we had to watch that cutscene at all was to get the Breath Crown, which is actually just an upgrade to our heal, which, you know, not very useful for a speedrun, but it also opens some locked... Oh my god. Let's not die here. It also opens a couple of specific doors. So they really, those are the intended like Act 2 locks, are those Breath Crown doors. There are other Breath Crowns in the game, by the way, but they don't work on those doors. It's just the one that you're supposed to get first. It is, in fact, possible to complete this entire quest without seeing that cutscene. And I believe, although don't quote me on this, that it no longer hard locks your save file if you do that.
I believe it's no longer... What a measured way to put that.
It is definitely slower as well, because it turns out that doing a whole bunch of skips to skip those doors is slow, but it is slower, and in fact slower than just getting a little cutscene. But yes, our the lovely and wonderful Cthulhu may have hard locked his casual save by doing these skips in his casual playthrough, because that is just simply the kind of person that he is.
You ever worry that like speedrunning might have been a mistake?
Nah.
Okay, cool. Me neither.
Okay. That was almost early. This is the Blade Mammoth. This is our next major boss. Another major boss who we need to kill exclusively to tell an NPC that we killed them. This is bad. Okay. That attack. I honestly, I don't know how to dodge that attack. Just straight up. I don't know if anyone does. Like, you just kind of flail around and then hopefully you don't get hit.
And that's pro Souls-like speedrunning strats. Chat, try this at home.
Like, honestly, I think mostly the strat is just hope that it doesn't do that attack. I think that staying in front of the boss generally helps it not do that attack. But sometimes it just does. And you gotta deal with it. And now we get another completely irrelevant ability. Again, the only... Well, I guess it's not completely irrelevant. Technically, it probably makes us deal slightly more damage on a couple of attacks on a couple of... like, occasionally. But mostly, we are doing that boss just because it is required for the upcoming boss's quest to tell an NPC that we defeated that boss. And as rude as we are, and as willing as we are to do horrible things to sate our appetite, we just could never lie about killing a boss.
Okay, this is gonna be like a really deep cut, but do you know the Tom Lehrer song, The Irish Ballad?
I'm afraid I do not. I do know one Tom Lehrer song, which is the frickin' Elements one, because I memorized the periodic table when I was 6 years old, and don't worry about it.
No, that tracks immaculately. There is a Tom Lehrer song. Chat, you have homework that's unrelated to video games. There's a song from like the 60s where the whole like joke of the song is someone does all of these horrible, horrible crimes and things, and then when suspicion falls on her, she can't lie because she knows that lying is wrong. And that's the joke. I've just spoiled a 60-year-old song for you all. But that's basically GRIME II.
Yeah, that's true. We are unfortunately constrained by game mechanics into not being as rude as we perhaps would like. All right, here is where we are going to tell the NPC we killed the boss. There here is being honestly incredibly rude to this person, who has a slight dialect that is a little bit hard to understand, I guess, but like really you can absolutely understand exactly everything they're saying. I don't know. And once we figure out how to properly communicate to this person, they will give us 2 pen spears. We need to impale 2 particular torsos with these in order to summon one of the bosses we need to fight. I don't exactly know why that is part of the ritual, but you know, we gotta go over, we gotta fight a couple of mini bosses, and we already killed one when I wasn't even like bothering to talk about it. Here's the second one. Both of them are just like easy parry fest. Well, not easy, but like as far as bosses and as far as things in this run go, ones that basically throw 10 million parryable attacks at you in rapid succession are the ones we like to see. There we go. We got the second torso. These also happen to give us hunt points. Is that what they're called in this game? They're called hunt points in GRIME 1, and I think they made, yeah, or hunt pigments.
Yeah,
they made it
it's
something
hunt pigments, but
art-related.
everyone calls them hunt paints because of hunt points. Because again, do you ever worry that speedrunning was a mistake?
Okay. This movement is impossible because it's like all off-screen like stuff that you need to remember. It's fine. So now we have all the materials to summon that. The hunt points, which I will continue calling hunt points, I don't care, whatever, are used to upgrade, to gain traits, which have many powerful and useful things for your casual playthrough. Unfortunately, they each require defeating a powerful enemy in order to obtain, and that's slow. So when we can just use parries on everything, which doesn't, a lot of the traits interact with like the force mechanic, which increases your weapon damage and such. So we'll use the 2 we have in a second, but they're not really a huge deal here. And this, all right, don't blink. It's my favorite boss in the run. It is also going to go by so fast.
Yeah, someone is going to kill someone else in about 3 seconds.
Yes, correct. I might die. Yeah, this is the clearest representation of how good parry damage is in this game. In about 1 second. Okay, that's not a good start. This is very bad patterns, okay. All right. If it'll give me the patterns and I don't miss my parries, okay, it's fine. It turns out the one who was getting killed in 2 seconds was me, but hopefully it'll be the boss this time.
Quad blade is the fight of this game, I think.
Yes, absolutely. This fight is just an absolute monster, especially casually. I mean, speedrun, obviously, you can get 100% owned by quad blade, as you just saw. But you can also 100% own quad blade, as you'll hopefully see right now. If I can lock in for a minute. Oh. God. And the boss can lock in for a minute and give me parryable attacks like it normally does. No, not that one, please. There we go, okay. That's like the coolest attack in the game because it just like, it's just like, nope, I don't know, like, I'm gonna wind up and then at some point in the future, I am going to charge forward. All right, and now the boss, the fight is over. Boss surrenders.
GG.
Okay, wow. There's quad blade. We're gonna pick that up. That's just a safety. Basically, there's 3 basically heal upgrades on the way that take like literally 2 seconds each to pick up. In a marathon, you might as well pick them up so you have an extra heal for the final boss. And we are going to be going to that boss right about now. Yeah. It's a bit unfortunate that was not like, I mean, obviously not the finest quad blade fight to the death because of the death, but also not the finest quad blade fight because of the patterns there. But that boss can absolutely get destroyed in like 15 seconds if it gives you just a bunch of parryable attacks, which are most of its attacks. And you can double parry a lot of them too. So definitely, yeah.
I do have to shout out people calling quad blade a good dog in chat. I think quad blade is an excellent dog. Weird
quad
dog.
blade is a good dog. So is Blade Mammoth. Blade Mammoth is also notably a dog. Quad blade is also canonically asexual. Don't ask how we determined this.
I was there when it happened. I feel like I am one of the first people to make the joke, and I legitimately don't remember why. So yeah, that's just canon.
Okay, I'm picking up a couple of these. I haven't actually decided how many smashing blocks is appropriate to get in satiated percent specifically. We get 4 of them in any percent, but I'm getting 2 of them. I'm getting 2 of them for this. They are another one of these consumable, or not consumable, but like sort of like limited use per rest items. We're gonna rest here and do a bunch of things. This is a marathon safety, but this is not. This is, I'm going to actually respec all of my stats. Yeah, we good? Okay.
Double checking.
Little weird UI there. Okay, yeah. So this final boss, unlike every other boss, and especially that last one, Quad Blade, This boss has so few parryable attacks. And it has just such an incredible lack of parryable attacks and such an incredibly large health pool as well. That's the wrong way. That we are going to take that time to respec all of our stats into a weapon build just for this boss. In any percent, at least with my route, there's some debate on routes currently, but with my route, any percent, you just straight up respec for this boss, and then immediately after this boss, you respec back. Yeah. We're gonna melt that boss, hopefully, with this respec. And those hunt pigments.
Well done.
There we go. I said the right word.
Done. Speedrunner knows the lore
right
of
here.
their
Can I do
video
it?
game.
Haha. We got a new ability, and that little tiny mini skip was to not use it once. This ability lets us, when we do these grapples, lets us kind of slide out of them along the walls, which is just really cool. I don't know. It's required for that.
It's so sick. Genuinely, like
It's just required to get to this boss. Yeah. We obviously you're gonna get to see this whole platforming gauntlet, which I think is awesome. The end game of this thing, which we would see in any percent if we were blasphemous like that.
No, blasphemous is a different Souls-like, actually.
That's true. But in the Act 3 movement in this run is also really sick, and you can see just like a little taste of it here with all of our abilities and these utilizing our dash tech and our grasp tech to do a bunch of stuff. And I am going to be responsible in this marathon and take the really, really long and slow safety. Take a look at this.
Fast travel, TM.
Yep, and that's gonna go here. We're gonna break this wall. We're gonna drop back down, and we're gonna go back. Whee! Let me get a drink of water. There we go.
All right.
We're at the bottom.
Chat, prepare yourself for maybe the most beautiful boss in any video game ever. I will die on this hill.
This boss is sick. All right, remember this? Remember this woman from all the way back in the beginning of the run? Yeah, so she maybe fell out of that cube and all the way down here to the bottom of the map. And we are now going to fight her again for the final weapon piece we need. Also, shoutouts, this is the only like properly in-game character in this game with a gender. No one else has a gender in this game. Only her and her 3 girlfriends who we see in the upcoming cutscene after I destroy this boss. Let's not do that.
God, this fight is so sick.
It's not. Okay. That's why we have 2 heals. All right, and we have already phased the boss here. This is another reason why the boss is so slow, and we want another build, is because there's this whole intermediary phase. And if we notice, a lot of our boss damage in the past has been trying to keep up these stacks of something. Oh my god. Okay. That
patterns.
I know. Well, if we do it right, we don't get any phase 2 attacks, which is awesome. We just go straight to phase 3. All right, we got 1. Got these very cinematic scripted attacks here.
I'm delighted to report that you officially you understand how GDQ, how marathon runs here work, because you said Mara and her 3 girlfriends, and immediately there were no fewer than 2 or 3 let's go lesbians in the chat.
Cool. I also died, so it's a good thing that I took that save.
One more for the road.
I also, by the way, since developing this respec strat, which I developed about a week ago, this is the first time I've ever died to this boss.
Wow. All right, Mara said I gotta show the people this game is hard on the stage.
Yep. Awfully rude of her. Like, I have straight up just like stopped taking that safety even in my like practice runs, and I'm like, you know, this has been going kind of poorly enough that I figured it was responsible. Oh my god. Oh, the lag from phasing the boss, that's actually crazy. Okay. Whatever.
I regret to inform you that chat may be on the side of the lesbian polycule. In case we need more canonization for you being rude.
Yeah, I mean, not gonna lie, this is far from... Oh my god. Okay, good. See, I knew that was gonna phase. There was never any doubt.
I didn't. I thought it was gonna go.
Hello? I have my birthday, please. Thank you. One more attack, that's fine. That should be enough damage to get her to do her final attack. Let's just do a little more for good measure. There we go, okay. So now we just got the final cinematic, and yeah, well, I won't jinx anything.
This fake out where she does it again a second time in her post-death, this kills roughly 100% of people experiencing this fight for the first time.
Oh yeah.
To the point where I can confidently tell you that, like, hey, she does it twice, it'll still get you when you play this casually.
Absolutely. There we go. So that is most of the gameplay. However, this cutscene is very important.
Because we get to see the lesbian polycule.
We do get to see the lesbian polycule. The toxic lesbian polycule. This is very important. So Mara here, the one we just fought. She may have had a little bit of a falling out with the other 3. We got Shimei, Lahav, and Yadat here, who are all kind of scolding her while she's on her knees here for basically committing a bit of plagiarism. You see, these are all the basically like the 4 goddesses of the world who created all of the art, aka landscape and people, And Mara had been like struggling with her like inspiration, and yeah, ended up making creatures in the images of the other goddesses. And well, they didn't like that so much, and so they punished her by putting her in the cube you saw earlier.
Cube of shame.
Yeah, they put her in the cube. I don't know what else to say.
No, I mean, hey, honestly, if you plagiarize, we will stick you in the cube as a punishment by which could be visited upon certain real-life figures.
It's true. So yeah, sadly the Yuri cutscene is over, but we got a couple more cutscenes before time happens. Don't worry, time is not coming up for another couple minutes.
Have to tie up all the loose ends to get to the what if we ate everything.
Exactly. This saves time, at least as long as your loads are good. We are going to now give Irgog, who we saved from prison earlier, all 3 of the weapon parts, and they are going to make the weapon. Check if it's ready. They're gonna tell us to talk to Bear, who is maybe a little unhappy that we just killed the goddess who they worship and like most of the people worship. It's all right. It's fine. We were hungry.
Yeah, it's like probably fine. I also did just read Copycats.
We have to
put
say
in
it
the
doesn't
naughty
bother.
cube. And I don't know if you've got chat open, but in the event you don't, I need you to hear the phrase "copycats get put in the naughty queue."
That's definitely a phrase.
That's the plot of Grime, basically.
It's true. Yeah. I think one of the funny things about this run is that because basically all of the like quote unquote evil dialogue options are fastest, we're like absolutely giving into all of our temptations and like saying everything and like skipping all the cutscenes and ignoring all of the people and saying we don't care about them at all. But then we do just kind of like dip. We're just like we're full, you know. Hey, we don't actually want to destroy people. Like, come on, that's a bit silly. And now, time is actually coming up, as once we get that weapon tossed at us in a very irresponsible manner, I might note, we've got kicked back out to the intro cutscene, basically.
It's time.
Where the Rippler...
Yeah, chat, are you hungry?
Yep. All right. And to live is to eat. You must make a decision. Have you had enough? Are you satiated or do you hunger for more? And we're going to answer, are we satiated? And time is in 3, 2, 1, time. You've merely abandoned your wants, accepted complacency. Too weak. Well,
such a sad, unfulfilling end.
You know, folks, you don't have to be such a downer. Like, I know I died a few times, but like, I don't think it was that bad. Yeah, that is satiated percent. We just get kicked back to the main menu. Yeah. Don't worry, if you wanted, you can choose this option or casual. You can go back, you can say, no, actually, I got hungry again, and you can continue the main story, but we're not gonna do that. So get out of here, we were hungry.
Well, incredible showcase. It's genuinely so funny that the game is just like, nah, you can go back to the main menu. I think that's the best way to do a bad ending that I've ever seen.
Yeah, it's great.
Please let the people know who you are, what you're up to on the internet, and where they can find you, though.
Yes, I am Zonk. You can very rarely find me at twitch.tv/ZonkMasterX, which I'm sure is on screen. You can more regularly find me making music on making video game music stuff at places on the internet, such as Liam Barthelme Music on YouTube. I also have a gaming YouTube, but that's just where I upload my speedruns. You should go to speedrun.com probably for that. I'm gonna be running this game again at Spotlight Marathon, and also playing some music at that marathon. It's a very cool hybrid arts and video game event. That is the weekend of August 15th and 16th, I believe. So check that out if you are so inclined. There's a whole bunch of really cool runs and artists that are going to be there. I think that's all for me.
Incredible. Thank you so much for coming on. Chat, while our appetites may be sated in the literal world-ending hunger sense, I could use not just one, but 5 more run-throughs of a particular game. So after the break, we are going to have an all-characters run of Slay the Spire II. Don't go anywhere. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Make Your Own Victory, the GDQ Hotfix show that attempts to capture 100% of the joy of speedrunning in 0% of the completed video games. We have but one more run in our indie sequels episode for you here tonight, and it is a run that is near and dear to my heart. You may have seen Slay the Spire 2 recently at Summer Games Done Quick with the iconic Skeleton War. But what if we went even further beyond? Or rather, even further beyond, for a total of 5. Here to run Slay the Spire 2's all characters run, please welcome to the stage, Meagle.
Hello. My name is Meagle. Today we're speedrunning Slay the Spire 2 5-character category. This is unseated and glitchless. I'm joined by my commentators, Nale and Peach Fuzz.
Hello.
It is I.
So yeah,
Excited to be here.
we're gonna get started with defects. Can start the timer in 3, 2, 1.
Good luck.
All right. So let's talk about basic speedrunning strats. This is going to go, even if you're an experienced Slay the Spire player, I think this might go faster than your eyes can even process what the heck is happening. So turn 1, Stark Strike Defend, not a bad start. In speedrunning, we don't care much about block. We just want to attack as much as possible. Looks like maybe a Sweeping Beam. That's a tough pull off of the Silken Tress. We're gonna go for a reset. So in the 5-character run, you can really reset as much as you want to get a good start, but you do lose a bit of time for it. So we're gonna try again here. Gunk Up is all right, but not, the perfect launch.
I'm going for high rolls here.
Yeah, I guess the first character, why not? There's 100 gold. That often ends up pretty well if you have an early shop. Another thing you're going to be looking for is to avoid as many combats as possible. You want as many question marks, merchants.
So many fights, though.
Yeah, there's so many combats there.
Yeah, that's a lot of fights.
Yeah, you want to avoid the fights because, getting through events takes 2 seconds. Getting through a fight takes a good 20. So we're just looking for the right start and defect. Another thing we're looking for in speedrunning are as many X-cost cards as you can possibly find. Things like Tempest or Volley, maybe even a multicast if you're getting crazy. You want to just stack up energy and play an X-cost card to do all the damage on turn 1, get out of the fight as soon as possible. Getting some unlucky rolls here.
Yeah, maybe click that one. All right.
For sure.
Tress.
Here's a
I'd say that Silken Tress is probably the single best Niao bonus for most characters for speedruns, that is. Assuming you hit. If you hit Sweeping Beam, not so much. If you hit Refract, that can actually just like carry the entire run. And it one-shots a lot of Act 1 combat, so it's a huge time save.
So a lot of this is going to come down to what card reward do we see after the C-Punk here. Hopefully it's something that does a lot of damage. The higher cost, the better. Storm Run? Is that a thing? Power Slot?
Maybe.
Is it?
And now just find some Thunders, and we are in
Yeah.
business.
One way to speedrun defect is to just spam lightning orbs all day long, but you are at a little bit of risk of dying, as it would turn out.
No, just kill them fast. It's fine.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Nothing could go wrong. Hey, that's a lightning orb.
Ball lightning's pretty good damage. So if you're spamming lightning, you're looking for cards like Voltaic, Ball Lightning, Tesla Coil is actually a pretty good speedrunning card these days, if this is the
Completely agreed.
buffed version. So we're just going to run it. I think this is going to be the spam lightning strategy. Maybe even a Beam Cell or a Focus Strike. Could be good.
Yeah, any vulnerable is extremely valuable. Just having a multiplier on your damage. You're going to be playing attacks. Having a 0-cost damage multiplier is going to save a lot of time.
So we're into the hard pool comments already. Almost below half health. The boss we're looking at is the fish. What are we looking at here? Maybe a lightning rod, maybe nothing.
Okay.
All right, so still a bit of a tough start, but the shops, this is my most exciting part of the speedrun, is coming to the shop, seeing what you can get. Silken Tress did lose. Silken Tress is a great relic, but it does lose you all your money, so there's not much you can do in the shop there. This fight, you better kill them quickly, or else they're going to scale up strength and really start hitting you back.
Fortunately, we've only added damage to the deck, so that should not be a big problem.
Yes, we do not block here in the Slay the Spire speedrunning community. We just do damage.
Something I find
Hotfix
interesting
might
about
be-
the lightning kit is the fact that Tesla Coil really wants focus, but Voltaic and other like evoking lightning synergies don't benefit that much from focus. So there's sort of a disconnect in how you build, how you scale a lightning build.
Yeah.
I've had a hard time with this when I speedrun Ascension 10.
When I first speedran with Defect, it was a lot of lightning builds, so this is pretty familiar territory. Maybe a lightning rod, or maybe a cool headed here to draw cards.
Yeah, I don't know
A
if
lot
I
of
should.
stuff here. I like
pick it.
hologram as well to line up critical components like Hotfix and Turbo.
I'm gonna try the lightning thing more.
I think that makes a lot of sense.
Just lean into it. And if you can get more powers, that storm will take you quite a long way. Glacier would make sure you never die. It's really just a one-card block plan. So many merchants.
Yeah.
Yeah. Get a good remove. Yeah. So you really, in speedrunning, you want to trim down the deck as much as possible because you want the same consistent game plan to happen every single turn. Drawing all your strikes and defends is just going to delay turns, maybe get you closer to dying. You find an Echo Form out of the Power Potion, that's really good. Probably the best thing you could possibly see.
I can't think of anything better.
No. So across all characters, I couldn't think of anything better. Actually, replay with the storm is really funny because it plays lightning off of itself. It's actually now effectively channeling to lightning. And think about that. I would love to see a clone after this. If you cloned the storm, that would be hilarious. Oh no, it's enchanted already.
Unfortunately.
Unfortunately.
Yeah, you unfortunately can only have one enchantment per card.
I just want to see clone runs as often as possible. So by the skin of your teeth. Oh wait, let me hold that thought. By the
Or
skin of
five.
your teeth, you're gonna make it out of this fight. You have damage this turn.
We're fine.
Not too bad.
Act 1 done in 4 minutes. What are we looking for here? Ice Lance again. Okay, I think your defensive plan is like set for life. Oh, these are not very good, are they?
The right side looks pretty good.
I do really like the Ice Lance for speedruns. It gives you a lot of security because you're getting a lot of block while also just full sending damage. And it's only a single card play. You can just click it every time you draw it. It's very easy to play fast with Ice Lance.
So while Migo's going along here, I've prepared some FAQs that I've seen from the YouTube comment sections about how these speedruns are going quite so fast. Number one question you get is, how are they playing the cards like that? You may notice that Migo is not actually clicking on the card and dragging it over to the enemy. They're kind of just flying out of his hand. There is a setting in the game where you'll notice a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 over top of every card. So instead of clicking and dragging the card where you could possibly miss, what you can do is you can actually press your keyboard numbers to pick up that card, and then when you click it will send that card wherever you're clicking. So you just keep your mouse hovered over the enemy and you pull the cards from your hand. That's a good card. You pull the cards from your hands by like summoning them with your keyboard is how we're doing that. Okay, we're getting a lot of orb stuff going here. Gotta say, we got glass, we got ice, we got lightning. Not quite how you plan.
Go hard.
Oh, synchronized would go real hard. Not quite how you plan a GFX speedrun, but here we are. So, I think that's the beauty of Slay the Spire speedrunning, is that there is a lot of RNG. Oh, Thunder's good. There is a lot of RNG involved in Slay the Spire speedrunning, but I see that as a positive thing in that you have to make a lot of really quick decisions every speedrun you're making. This is not a typical defect speedrun that we're seeing right now, spamming these lightning orbs, but you have to kind of just take what you're given and move along.
Absolutely. I think that Slay the Spire does have interesting mechanical components to it, but I feel like the biggest skill check is how fast you can process and make the right decisions. It's I think that's the real challenge and appeal of speedrunning Slay the Spire.
So we've actually got 2 storms and a thunder in the deck now. That should be a lot of damage. Oh, is that turn 1 kill? Oh
my god.
Okay, we're cooking now. We're cooking. Yeah, multicast could be good. I think I almost want to say you lean fully into the power thing now, but it's going to be inconsistent with how many cards are in the deck. So here we have an elite fight. This is another thing that you really want to avoid as much as possible in speedrunning. We don't care as much about finding relics through the elites because this takes a lot of time. You want to dodge them as much as possible, but as per the map layout, sometimes you got to fight them. The tungsten rod will help you not die as well.
Ooh, dual cast upgrade is very good.
Yes, zero.
I think this deck is a little bit energy starved right now. We could definitely do with a turbo or some other way of gaining energy.
For sure. Ice Lance dual cast. Yep, it's pretty good. Yeah, there's a lot of actually good defensive aspects going on here for a speedrun. You got the Gorget, the tungsten rod, some frost orbs, upgraded a couple skills. You're not really taking damage, which is good for this run, I suppose.
Yeah, unfortunately, we don't have turbo unlocked on this save file setup.
I was gonna ask because I saw Epic discovered after the first boss. So is this like from a fresh file altogether then?
Yes, it is. So that was actually another one of my FAQs from the YouTube comment section.
I am a YouTube commenter today.
Yes, we've got the live YouTube comment section here in the call with us. So the question is, why are you playing on a fresh save file? In Slay the Spire II, after you play a certain number of runs, you unlock more cards for the character. The problem is, on just about every character in the game, the cards you unlock are actually not the cards we're looking for in speedruns. So because of that, it's better to speedrun on a file where there's a minimal amount of card unlocks. That way you're more likely to see the good stuff. What happened there? Sorry.
I was about to get eaten.
What was going to happen is...
Oh, he's going to get eaten?
I gotta play one of those.
You gotta play the
frantic escape. Yeah.
In speedrunning, we're used to killing this thing by turn 4.
This deck is a little awkward.
Yeah, this boss in general is very painful for speedruns, I think, because you often rely on these super combos that you have a very fixed deck. You can draw your combos consistently. Adding 6 status cards at the end of turn 1 really gunks up the deck and makes it hard to pull off.
Yeah, okay, we're getting the frantic escapes off now. We're blocking pretty good here, too, for a speedrun, gotta say. Okay, here's a bunch of lightning orbs in a row.
There we go.
So that card having replay is very funny because that card is every time you play a power, it generates 2 lightning orbs, but since it's playing twice, it actually gives itself those lightning orbs on the second play. Oh, you're getting close.
All right.
Never any doubt.
Oh, yeah. A lot of speedrunning is playing on the edge of like your health bar and what's possible. We're still making it through. We'll see what Vaku has for you. Vaku's not the best to see in a speedrun. Do you think Vaku would play a good turn 1?
Well...
removing cards is one of the most important aspects of speedrunning as well. I think we were saying this before. To get your deck as small and consistent as possible, and of course you want to play the good cards you get, so it's not a bad relic to see. Wow, both of those lightning hit the guy with block, huh? Okay, Queen is the final boss we're gonna see. Generally the best one to see in a speed run. Here come all the lightning orbs. Doesn't matter, only had 1 health.
Wham.
Chop. Voltaic.
Voltaic is here. Unfortunately,
That seems
nerfed
quite
at some
good.
point to cost
Tesla
3.
coil.
Yeah, pretty good shot. Again, the game plan with the deck right now is spam lightning orbs as much as possible. There's a few frost orbs in there just for safety, and a few glass orbs because those do good damage as well. But generally, we want
Glass
to see
orbs are
defect
especially
go.
good with focus.
Oh yes,
When they
They do-
evoke for twice the focus value rather than just the regular amount. So they scale twice as well as other orbs with that.
that was a really good fight. No. And generally in
Really
Act
good relic,
3,
too.
yeah. Generally in Act 3, you don't want to take card rewards anymore. You kind of just want to go, go, go. It's hard to think of something that, like, what would we want to put in this deck right now? Another Voltaic, maybe.
Another
Ball
storm.
lightning or a Tempest. Another Storm, true.
Another
Or power
thunder.
slap.
Powers.
Any power you see, really. Hey, we're gonna rest
I wish
up.
I was familiar with the unlocks. Maybe I'll pull those up on the side.
So one of the last defect unlocks is Turbo, which unfortunately is a really good speedrunning card. That's one of the only ones that you would think about doing like a full save file in the speedruns.
We don't have much AoE for these guys.
Yeah, really wanted to see the glass orbs, huh? Maybe a robust time.
Or Calcum's
you're blocking
nice
for
with
quite a lot.
the
Or
Rasta.
Calcum with the frost orbs, yeah. Or Calcum does wind up going off before frost orbs, so it'll get you a lot of block by the end of the turn. Okay. The fight's a little slow, but you're not close to dying.
I should have taken that white noise. It's okay.
I was
Yeah,
I wasn't gonna say it.
if only.
It happens.
Let them in. Yeah. In speedrunning 2, you're gonna make a lot of mistakes because the primary goal is to go fast. You're gonna do a lot of things like playing bash before, or playing a strike before a bash. You could watch this on a slower speed and find a lot of mistakes, but at the end of the day, speed is our goal. So as long as you're alive and you get across the finish line, that's all you really care about. Actually, that was another one of my FAQs from the YouTube comments that we see is, why did you play strike before bash? And the answer is we're going very fast and we're going to make some mistakes. So here we are, final boss fight. We've been saving this Vuln pot and this Thorn pot for quite a while. The perfect time to use it. Another storm from the Aurobus.
Great
Yeah,
news.
crazy lightning damage. Go for the eyes, pretty good too. I'm not worried about dying here, to be honest. I think this should go pretty well. Unfortunately, you did want to play all 3 of those bound cards. But they'll come.
Yeah, I think the fight's going to be okay, but having 2 enemies is annoying with the random targeting of lightning.
Now, Voltaic is very good in these boss fights. For those unaware, Voltaic says 3 energy, play a lightning orb for every lightning orb that you've channeled this combat. So it scales with itself. It could get up to like 20 or 40 lightning orbs by the end of the combat. We just need to get there.
And with Thunder, that's going to be
Yeah.
16 damage per orb, which is very easy to one-shot.
Didn't play the Thunder, unfortunately.
So there's Voltaic. It probably
2.
channeled a good 12 lightning orbs there. We dearly missed the card Electrodynamics from Slay the Spire 1. There's a lot of damage. Wait a second. You're alive.
I'm alive.
Unless this kills? Oh. Okay, we got a photo finish coming up here, folks. It's down at 11 health. I think it should be okay though, because this turn, I mean, you're gonna kill the thing. So now it's a turn of not attacking. Oh, you gotta draw this Voltaic right now.
Please?
You gotta draw this Voltaic right now.
Okay.
Never running out.
Defect down.
All right, 1 out of 5 completed in 1337. That was a tough run, I gotta say. Tough run to
For sure.
pilot. The starts were not favoring you,
We got
but I'm
there.
glad you got through it. Yeah. Now, what we're gonna see here, this is a bit of a debate in the 5-character run category, is that you do have to sit through the animation of unlocking all of these things now that you've won with the defect. Whereas if you were playing on a fully unlocked save file, you wouldn't have to sit through this. So the question is, do you want the fully unlocked save file where the cards are a little less consistent, or do you want the cards to be consistent but you have to sit through these animations. So far in the community, we think it's worth it to sit through the animations.
That's actually really interesting. Like, thinking philosophically about the difference between how different people approach Slay the Spire, because like the other high-level Slay the Spire that I'm aware of beyond speedrunning, obviously, is like win streaks on high ascensions where everything is super slow, super deliberate, super about like maximizing consistency. It's nice to see those conversations play out on a much more micro level.
There's still a lot of strategy we have to think about in these speedruns, but we kind of just get used to when we see 3 cards presented in a card board, it's mostly just about reacting to the art of the card. We already know what we want. It's just a matter of if we see it, click it. I would say your average Slay the Spire run takes 45 minutes to an hour. So even a 13-minute run like we just saw is probably the fastest a lot of people would ever do.
Absolutely.
And there are speedrunning categories where you play on Ascension 10 max difficulty as well. Nale and Meagle are much better at those than I am. But for speedrunning and beating the game as fast as possible, we do want to play on Ascension 0. Bullet time? Did you take it?
Curious. Mind Blast, only for genius.
Is that a play?
The Mind Blast clone, right?
It's a play if you're playing for clone. I don't know if you are going for that level of consistency.
Yeah.
That brings us into what I was going to talk about, and that's consistency strategies. I think that 5-character speedruns kind of have an element where 1-character speedruns don't, similar to Ascension 10 runs, where you have to play for a high level of consistency and not just to take the highest high rolls.
A lot of the A0 world records, when we're trying to set PBs, it's a lot of resetting to find exactly the right thing. But in a 5-character run like this, at some point you just have to go. So we'll do a little resetting, but not sort of fishing for ideal conditions 24/7.
Yeah, I'm just gonna force a shiv build here with this.
Yeah, you got a knife trap? That's crazy.
Yeah. Hopefully offer...
There's a lot more shiv cards in this game, so you are very likely to be offered them quickly.
So, interestingly, I would say that Silent is the most difficult character to speedrun, even though there may be the first or second best character in the game. Like, if you're playing on A10, you're just trying to win the game. Silent is incredible. They've got a great block plan. They've got a great damage plan. They draw all these cards on turn 1. But I would say that they're the most difficult character to speedrun. And Nale, why is that?
Well, I think it's because Silent has a fundamentally defensive kit. Her game plan is warped around having weakness in the starter deck. And also, she just wants to block, and that's how she wins with poison. Shivs can be strong, but it's also a lot of card plays. And Silent does play a lot of cards indeed. Part of that is drawing cards to play more cards. And when you're drawing cards, you're also having to see what those cards are and formulate a plan every single turn. So it's a lot of processing, it's a lot of reacting, and it's a lot of clicking for Silent.
It's a lot of clicking. Silent has a great damage game plan, but it involves clicking shiv, whereas other characters, you click Whirlwind, and that's all your damage right there. You're getting pretty low health here, I gotta say. Hopefully this shiv plan works out.
We have 3 campfires. Oh no. Okay.
3 campfires? Uh-oh. This doesn't look good. Gotta use those potions. Yeah, so Silent's very tricky to speedrun with because we don't like defense around here, and Silent does a lot of blocking, stacking up damage with poison, or playing powers to make your shivs do more damage. We don't have time for that around here. We gotta go.
Absolutely.
And also, I would say Silent draws a lot of cards, and as we talked about before, the way we're playing cards is by pressing a key on the keyboard and then clicking. And if you're getting all the way to the numbers like 7 and 8 and 9, it's kind of hard to reach your finger all the way over there consistently. Okay, 3
Yeah, I kind of cap out at 5. Past that, I'm just clicking them.
5,
Which is, it loses time. It actually does.
Yeah. Ooh, an Expose is a pretty good card to find with the Shiv build here. We're really hoping to just find some more Shiv-related cards. Leading Strike, Shiv Dance, Cloak and Dagger, the one that costs 2 and then costs less the next times you play it. I don't remember what it's called.
Up my sleeve.
Up my sleeve.
Up my
I'm not sure how great that one is for speedruns, honestly.
Yeah.
Hopefully you're winning
Shivs.
before the cost buff becomes relevant.
Very true. It's better than nothing, though, I will say. We gotta, you know, fill the deck with some stuff here. And we're looking for some powers that will buff the shiv damage as well.
Yes.
And the
Accuracy
boss
is probably the single best card we can see.
Yes, accuracy, even the one that makes them retain, might not be bad.
Yeah,
if you can
Phantom
make
Blades
those
is
quick
great too.
decisions.
At least the first copy.
Even got the extra power with Lasting Candy, but couldn't find anything
Yeah.
shiv related. So we're dealing with Lagavulin Matriarch. Good thing we have a power potion. Let's see what's inside here. Fan of Knives?
It's more shivs.
Is that a thing? It's more shivs.
Shivs for Knife Trap.
Question is, do you
Heals
play
the
them
knife
this
trap?
turn? I think so. I think you just go with the Predator. Yeah. Yeah, more shivs for the Knife Trap. This should be an easy fight.
Yeah, very strong turn 1 actually.
If you don't know what Knife Trap does, it's costs 2 energy and it play every shiv that you have used. Actually, it's similar to Voltaic, as we were talking about before. Every shiv that you have used previously, it plays again. So if you've played 7 shivs, it plays 7 shivs. It's
Notably,
a lot of
unlike
damage.
Voltaic, it doesn't actually generate more shivs. It just plays the ones that are already exhausted. So it doesn't scale off itself like Voltaic does.
Beagle, did you see the Storm of Steel there?
I did. It always feels awkward to me, honestly.
Yeah, I was wondering. Yeah.
I agree.
Echoing Slash.
I think it always needs draw. We did just get draw from our relic though. That's really nice.
Yeah, again, it's a speedrun. We got to make decisions fast. You got to be definitive. So the Echoing Slash is still a pretty good card to have, and it kind of solves an AoE problem. I mean, between that and the Fan of Knives. Oh no, that was from the Power Potion. We don't even have that.
It's so easy to get gaslit into thinking you actually have those cards.
I know, yeah. Thieving Hopper is not going to get away with it this time. Surely. We'll get that exposed back. Sure.
You.
Finisher.
Finisher might be good. Yeah, that's a good speedrun
Hard than
card.
order.
So,
Oh.
the
Echoing
damage is
Slash?
looking pretty good now. Echoing Slash might get some good value here. Yeah. We're getting some good damage now, but again, the problem with speedrunning silent is you gotta click shiv, 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 shiv all the time. There's another shiv. Okay, we've got damage now. Upgrade. Yeah, it's a good choice. The best choice, I would say. Okay, so we're gonna try to not wake up the sleeping giant while we throw shivs at these little bugs. And that'll do it. On to the next one. I don't think Echoing Slash is going to get its value here, unfortunately.
Yeah.
I think this run's going along pretty well. And now on to contestant number 3. Well-timed neutralize this turn. Wait, is this going to kill? I don't think so.
No. Bummer.
Unless. Oh!
Accuracy.
All right.
There we go.
Accuracy
Yeah,
plus.
rewarded for the stylish
Great
kill.
news.
It's got a plus on it? No way. What would we want to see with the... Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Knife
That
Trap
feels pretty good,
every-
doesn't it? Yeah. Just get
That
it.
sounds pretty
That's
great.
just the card that you want. Like, on your second cycle of the deck is when it's going to do the most damage, so...
I've had to do a lot of thinking about what that enchantment actually does, and I think that there's a lot of cards that are super draw order dependent where you need another card to actually get them online. And Knife Trap is definitely one of those cards, so guaranteeing you have it in the second cycle, if not the first, is going to be a great consistency boon for this deck.
Hopefully we get a kill here. It's a lot of damage. That should be a kill. Yeah. I mean, campfire's coming up? Yeah.
Good?
Immediate answer to that question. Another interesting thing that speedrunners do, and I don't know if Migo is or isn't doing it right now, but we actually play with both the mouse and keyboard and the controller from time to time. So during the fights, it's generally mouse and keyboard fire off the cards, but when you're navigating the map, it is oftentimes faster to play on controller, because you can just mash the A button to get through the chest, and you never have to worry about misclicking the map. It's gonna be a tough fight. Hopefully a kill next turn.
Weirdly, that is a sub-theme of tonight's show, because GRIME II earlier also was mostly controller, but mouse keyboard for menuing and like cutscenes and stuff.
We did that
on
the other way around.
purpose. We did that on purpose.
That was the real theme of the day.
Ooh,
Was that tracking?
Very good.
Is that the non-nerfed version of tracking?
Yes.
We are on
Yes,
the
it
main
is.
break. That is double damage.
Okay, so tracking is going to allow Meagle to do double damage if the enemy is weakened. We do only have one source of weaken in the deck. Surely the next upgrade target is the neutralize because of this.
I think so.
I would think so as well.
Hopefully you can find a, what is that card called? Scare. I don't think I've ever taken that card in my life, but this might be the time to do it. Unfortunate non-kill there. Gonna take a hit. Okay. Play dance. Okay, the shivs are online.
Can I get away?
Tough choice.
Gonna go safety.
Yeah, I think, yeah.
Knowledge Demon can... Oh, I have Pantograph.
Yeah.
It's
Oh,
fine.
I've pantograph too. It happens to everybody.
Just pick that up. It's okay.
Yeah. That being said, speedrunning is going to be full of mistakes, but hopefully you can still get through here. The bug juice should help out as well.
I think we're fine without it. We have a lot of shivs now with the knife trap.
It is a ridiculous amount of shivs, to be honest.
And it has perfect fit, so we'll get it here.
With the tracking and the neutralize, oh, that would have been too good.
I think we already have
Yeah,
plenty of nice things.
There's a lot of good stuff going on this speed run. Hopefully you can get a kill next turn.
It's gonna have to be here.
Attack pod, if anything.
Yeah. We have 2
Nice.
accuracies.
Nice. We got there.
Big. All right, the shiv build is cruising along. Is assassinate?
there's
Oh,
some
fan of
options.
knives. Oh, so many good options.
Taking Vuln.
Yeah, that's a good upgrade target as well. Gives 2 vuln.
Taking health.
Those are not very good. Yeah, those
Just
are
to
not very good
survive
health
long enough for the knife trap to scale. I
True.
think.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's what the relic does best. It says, if I need to survive long enough, if I have enough HP, I can win.
Yeah.
You can just tank.
Possibly the most max HP I've seen in one of these speedruns. 113.
Welcome to consistent strats.
Yes. Oh yeah, the chosen cheese has been going off this whole time.
Yep.
Oh, true.
Raise the cheese.
Infinite blades.
Huge.
I think you win.
Almost a turn 1 win there, honestly. A couple more cards.
That's not
Silent, also, I would say one of the reasons speedrunning Silent can be a little tricky is because there aren't a lot of energy gain options on Silent. You just have 3 energy and you have to decide which of these many cards to play in a hurry. Is this actually going to kill? It's going to kill one of them. Very nice.
Nice.
Yeah, this had a bit of a rough start, but it kind of turned into the dream shiv build, to be honest. Thank God the boss isn't Aeon Glass.
Yeah.
Yeah, so some of those cards look good, but again, oh, the tracking got unupgraded. Some of those cards
that's
look good, but some of those cards look good, but again, in Act 3, you don't really want to be taking that many cards. That was shockingly close to a turn 1 kill.
I know.
Yep,
I
you got
didn't
that 3x damage between vulnerable and tracking.
Yeah. Kill the one that takes our strength first, as always, because we are speedrunners and we do damage. We do not block.
The fake Orichalcum is also putting in a lot of work.
Yeah.
Just saving 3 HP almost every turn.
There's the scare we were
get the
talking
scare.
about before. More max HP, double.
Amazing.
I can't believe you just got a strawberry and a mango from the same event. That's insane. Great fight for
Fruit
the
salad.
expose. The fruit salad really is up there.
Look, we were hungry earlier, and now we have all of this fruit.
Well, this max HP is really coming through. The rest is going to go crazy. It's gonna over under. How much do we think that's going to heal? I can't do math that fast. Finisher's pretty good here.
It's going to be 39 or 40, I think. That's a big number.
A good sleep, a good nap, truly. That's a decent chunk of damage, but still pulling through.
Bit of a rough
Also-
fight. It's okay. Making well-laid plans for the test subjects. For
Ooh,
phase
adrenaline's
3.
very good.
I like that.
Copy the adrenaline, maybe?
Oh,
I don't know. Maybe it's a thing. Like that
Accuracy?
against the test subjects.
I like
Yeah.
accuracy.
yes, I like that.
We have so much gold.
What a
There's a lot
shot.
of good stuff in this shop, yeah.
Make knife trap free.
Yeah, guess so.
That sounds good. I guess.
Look at all this card draw.
This is what we were talking about. Silent just has so many cards to play.
Yeah. And again, you might have seen before that Meagle was playing the cards with the keyboard, but because there were so many cards in hand there, you kind of just have to click them at that point. Oh, nice.
Oh, yeah, there's energy.
One of the few ways for Silent to gain energy. All right, 102 health in a dream. Looking pretty good. 10 cards on turn 1 with the bag of prep. Bunch of shivs to start out. Oh, so many shivs. Imagine the finisher in this hand. Ew. Ew. Maybe you don't need it. I don't know.
We can take some hits.
Okay. Yeah. It's
All set up. Very good.
Yeah. Just going for the setup instead of the kill. I like it. You can do both. You can't have everything. Yeah. Definitely going to take... So definitely don't want to take any hits in this round, though, because it will put status cards in your deck. And speedrunners are allergic to status cards. We do not want to see them ever.
It's true.
I don't think many casual players like them.
Yeah. We have so much in common.
played the wrong card.
Gap.
Wow.
Holy.
Yeah.
I
turn 1 kill.
blinked.
I'm not sure what I just did there. I played the wrong card and then it worked.
Sometimes you just press buttons and they die. There's not a lot of actual calculation
Tracking,
going
vol,
on.
double accuracy, that'll do it.
You think this knife trap just kills? I think it does with the weaken and the track.
No, I played the wrong card. Okay, it's fine.
Yeah, that kills.
Yeah, we're fine.
Amazing.
Wow, what a fight.
They're silent down. Good
What
run.
a fight. 1421 for the
130
silence.
health.
Yeah, 130, the most max health we've ever seen in a speed run.
Yeah, I've sure never seen that before.
Test subject's a pretty annoying boss to fight in speedruns as well, because you have to kill it 3 times. And when we're trying to set up these turn 1 kills, it's, you know, a lot slower that way. So we do have to sit through some unlock animations here every time you beat with the character.
What time are we at?
Yeah, test
playing-
subject is really nasty.
Sorry, what?
What time are we at?
We just crossed into 33 minutes RTA.
Okay.
Yeah, hopefully we get a good lucky start on the next character.
Here we go.
The Kaleidoscope's a pretty fun card. I was like holding my breath seeing what I was gonna get.
Yeah,
If you weren't trying to speedrun, Ashen Strike
Yeah.
could be very powerful on Necro.
the ways to like cross-populate cards, there's definitely a better way to put that. To put other characters' cards in your deck, just like showing up in this. I remember popping off the first time I saw it because running like custom runs in Slay the Spire 1 was my primary way of engaging with the game. And so to see it actually matter here, even a little bit, is very cool.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's just such a fun.
it makes me so happy as well.
Such a fun thing to imagine all the possibilities. We do have a Silken Tress here, so I'm once again holding my breath to see what this first card reward is going to be. The general strategy for speedrunning Silence. Reap. Oh my god.
We will take that.
That is a good start.
Yeah. So Reap is already a 3 damage, like 3 energy, do a lot of damage card, but if it plays twice, 1 shot every time. That'll be interesting. Generally, the strat with Necrobinder in these speedruns is just spam Austie attacks all the time. Austie attack, Austie attack, Austie attack. But with this replay, if you will, it should be a little change up in the strategy.
Yeah, and much like we saw with the Silent, between vulnerable and tracking, if you just stack those damage modifiers, you can very easily turn 27 damage into, I don't know, 100? It's not too far-fetched.
Yeah, if you could get a vulnerable, there's a great card called Lethality on Necrobinder that we're gonna look for here as well. We should be getting some. Oh, this is good. This is some good stuff. And this path is really good too. There's a lot of question marks and
Wow.
yo,
Cool. Seemed good and normal.
there's a lot of question marks and events on this path. So it should be pretty quick act 1. Didn't even need the second reap on that one. We'll see how it should only take like 3 reaps and some other stuff to kill the boss, really. I mean, I guess the ones after that want to replay.
There we go.
And there's lethality.
Okay.
It's the guy. He's high rolling. He's high rolling so much right now.
You can also see that the mouse tech is being used for map movement. That can also be a little bit faster. It means that you don't have to adjust your mouse once you've just gotten out of an event or a combat. You can just press the buttons that you know that you need to press on your controller already, and you're immediately entering the next one.
Yeah. Speedrunners as well.
Nice.
Bog got mogged hard there, I gotta say. Speedrunners will often have a keyboard button bound with the vulnerable. You'll have a keyboard button bound to map so that you don't have to click through like accepting card rewards and accepting events. You can just open the map right away and go to the next node as fast as possible. This is a disgusting run. There's so much good going on here. You can definitely like mix.
Here's those modifiers and 86 damage. Oh my god.
244 Act 1 on Necrobinder is crazy. That's so good. What do we got here? Anything to imbue?
Nope.
I don't.
We're only adding
I'd add
attacks.
Luminous.
Yeah. Okay, so Luminescence is another great speedrunning card. As I said earlier, you want to stack energy and just do a one-turn kill as much as possible. And this lets you, oh, it's so good. It's just so fun to see. This lets you hold on to the energy and use it when it's good. Yo, volleys here?
Okay, so we have a payoff for the energy now.
The corrupted
And now it's even bigger.
This is is this a seeded speedrun? What's going on here? Oh no. The Spire doesn't stand a
Fantastic.
chance.
We'll take a wisp now.
Yeah, lots of retain energy going on in this deck. This fight might be tricky. Might be time for the
Could be a good
potion.
explosive potion. Here.
Good call.
Yeah, the Reap is not so good against these because they only take 9 damage at a time. So doing one giant nuke on them isn't such a great way to do it. This volley could be huge though.
Yes,
Yeah,
getting a
so-
lot of hits for few card plays is super nice.
Yeah, I guess we could talk about volley now too. This card has like completely taken over
Oh,
with the lethality. This card has completely taken over speedrunning. Volley does way too much damage for an X cost card, and since it's colorless, pretty much every character, if you're trying to set a world record, you're just fishing for a volley for hours and hours and hours. You're just trying to find the right volley start. So to find a volley, and you see it does
Oh
that
my
much
God.
damage. So to find a volley like in a pretty decent time, and to put corrupted on it to make it do more damage, this might be a kill right here. This is a kill right here.
55.
That's what volley does. Like, we were excited about this Reap and this Berry before, but volley is like the speedrunning card. This is a crazy run.
No, let's not die to crap.
yeah, this is absurd.
Well, yeah,
And the pace is still excellent.
This is a crazy run. Don't die. Might want to use the Entropic potentially as well. See if the Entropic has an energy pod in it. I don't know. Yeah, it's a tough choices here. Berry in a bottle is good safety.
That's pretty nice too.
Gross.
Where did they go? Where did the boss go?
This turn could get scary, but we have a fairy
Thank
in a
God
bottle.
for the fairy in a bottle, I gotta say. Still comes into. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Oh no.
It's fine.
You're
We're
alive.
fine, we're fine.
You need the volley. I think it's there, isn't it? Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Every time.
Transfigure with the
Transfigure?
volley is
Volley?
crazy.
Yeah.
Even with the Reaps and Berries is pretty good. Oh my God. Well, there's not much left to enchant though, is there?
Berry.
Double
Like
berry?
the Reap, yeah. Or sorry, the Berry. Okay. Still pretty good. The
What is this
126
map?
damage.
Okay.
So was that like, how many question marks was that? That looked pretty
That
good.
was...
Bang, you're dead. Yep, easy fight. Moving on. Oh yeah, that's a really good path. Oh no! This is the worst event to see in the entire game.
Oh,
Puts a curse. Oh,
I love bridges.
what the heck?
Unbelievable.
Like this run itself, if you were just recording on your own, this would be a YouTuber. Like, this is crazy. Look at this path.
Hey, if you're watching this in the future on YouTube, hi YouTube, we swear this is legit.
Yeah, this was out of nowhere. First try on
Unseated.
Necrobinder. You're dead. This thing's dead, by the way.
Oh my god.
Could have been dead by a factor of 2 at least.
Yeah. Yeah, volley is an
Terrifying.
insane card.
Oh.
Transfigure, okay.
Amazing.
maybe overkill.
So the reason that Transfigure is so good, by the way, is that Volley actually does not increase in cost by 1, but it does still replay, meaning that you're paying 1 energy to double the effect of the best card in your deck, which is kind of good, I think.
I'm having another like don't die here moment. This is a tough fight. You can't put vulnerable on the Mecha Knight. He's got artifact. Maybe a big volley with the luminescence here. Never mind. Volley
go.
is just the craziest card ever to have been. It's one of the craziest cards ever to have been printed. Okay.
Really good
last
pace.
fight.
This is going to be another artifact fight.
Transfigure volley. Wait, hold. How much damage is it doing? Yeah, that's pretty good.
Pretty good.
Yeah, that's pretty good damage. Yeah.
God.
And you're retaining the replay reap. This is a tough turn to navigate.
I think we're just fine on damage.
Hopefully.
Seems true.
Gets rid of an artifact. Please draw something good. Volley.
There we go.
Good, right?
All right.
There you go.
Sick.
8-0.
Very nice
One.
macro run.
Incredible run.
What a seed.
Yeah. I'll try that in a seated run later. What the heck? So yeah, that's what it looks like when you high roll. Like, really, as speedrunners, you're looking for a turn 1 kill on every single combat you can, and enchanting a volley plus energy gain plus lethality plus whatever vulnerable was happening. That was a really good seed. I'm still thinking about how you got a curse in your deck, and then the next event removed the curse. I was worried for a second there, and then
Act 3 events are free. Nothing bad could ever happen.
I have never been had a run ruined by an Act 3 event.
look at that path on the left. Oh my god.
Yep.
Insane. There is maybe one elite, but it's very late in the act, so we should be strong by then.
Yeah. So this is Regent. This is another, I would say maybe the second hardest character to speedrun behind Silent. But especially in terms of consistency, it's hard to get a run on Regent where you just don't die. Regent, if you high roll, the speedrun is going to be unbelievably fast, but a lot of the Regent cards do absolutely nothing for speedrun. Is this a tent angle? Oh, we got the tent!
Ultimate consistency W. I think tent is one of the best relics in the game.
Oh, yeah. Who doesn't love a tent? If you find a big relic, it's so over. Yeah, Regent's a little tough to navigate, especially when you're playing fast, because there's a whole... Oh, that's the speedrunning card.
Good.
Let's see if we can make it work.
Needs a lot of support though. Sometimes it
it's
just
good.
falls
It's hard to
flat.
draw.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
When drawn on
Radiate-
turn 1, it automatically hits for 3 because of the starting relic.
Yeah. So Radiate says deal 3 damage for every star you gained this turn. So Meagle's really going to look to get some star gain into the deck now and just dump it all into the Radiate. Bonus if you can get the boss relic that gives you 6 stars on turn 1. We don't need a rest. We can just continue. I actually didn't know that you could opt to not rest and just go when you had the tent. It never occurred to me. So for example, on this turn, Radiate did, what, 9 damage because you gained 3 stars.
Yep.
But you can really start to scale it out of control, especially if you enchant the Radiate to do more damage, or you get relics that make it do more damage, it can get pretty out of control.
Heal for 1 health.
Cards like terraforming and ways of gaining strength are also super strong with it.
Pretty good turn 1 for this elite fight, getting the terraform right away. None of those were great, unfortunately.
And what's
Well-
great about Radiate is that it doesn't actually consume the stars. So you can still spend those stars on something else. For example, alignment to gain energy and then put that energy into an X cost attack. So there's a lot of different stuff that Regent can do, and it can get complicated really fast.
There you go. That's a great eel fight right there. No damage. Interesting cards. We're taking a Kingly Kick. Costs 1 less
Lot of
every time you
damage.
draw it. Yeah, 35 damage. Quite a bit. It's going to be tough to play, though. Okay, that's a great turn 1. 10 out of 10.
Casual 97 damage.
Lantern should help you out on turn 1 as well quite a bit. And got some good survivability relics there, too. So turn 1 looks good. The turns following that are going to be a little slower. Radiate here, for example, would do 0 damage. So this Kingly Kick.
Unfortunate Kingly Kick draw on the
yeah.
intangible turn.
I think Kingly Kick should help. It's fun to say, Kingly Kick. I think it should help with the consistency of this run for sure. Because you could high roll a Radiate turn, but sometimes you need like cards that'll get you through the later turns of a fight. Like right now, I'm kind of sweating. But there's the Kingly Kick.
Gonna get out of here.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, just spend the potion. Big Bang is a great card to get with a clone. Oh, okay. That would have been. Meteor Shower.
Free energy, free stars, free forge. It does it all.
Meteor Shower is one of the best card transform upgrades in the game. It'll solve any AoE damage, second thoughts you might have had. There's a turn 1 kill.
Wow.
Power of Radiate. Royal Gamble should be good with Radiate if you can get it off. It should pretty much make Radiate kill everybody the turn you play it.
It will need a way to increase the base damage. Currently, 4 isn't going to be doing a lot, but it is great in AoE fights.
Yeah. So you're really
And
hoping
upgrading the Royal Gamble to retain is also going to make it so that you can get that off basically every time.
So you're really looking for an event where you might get an enchantment on the card that makes it do more damage, or you're looking for a relic that makes upgraded cards or enchanted cards do more damage. Maybe even
For example.
Yo, it's a high roll. This is another high roll.
It's
run.
actually the very best one.
So now Radiate has Vigorous 8 on it. So the first time you play that card every combat, it does 8 more damage. That will make it go from 4 to 12 damage, but the Vigorous applies to every hit. So if Radiate does 6 hits on turn 1, it'll do 12 damage per hit.
And if you get the Royal Gamble, that's going to be 9 hits. With Vulnerable, that's going to be 18 times 9.
Yeah.
Is pretty big.
So the combo is in the deck right now. It's just that's going to help. It's just a matter of drawing the combo. You really want to focus on removing cards from the deck now, getting some card draw into there so we can get everything on turn 1. Oh, that's so tragic.
We're still fine.
Doesn't matter. You're still dead.
I'm not really seeing the tragedy here, I feel.
Yeah, it was a tragedy for the thing that died.
Here we go.
Okay, here's another good looking. Oh, here's the turn. Yeah.
Incredible.
That's the dream Regent turn right there.
Again?
Just get a bunch of stars on turn 1.
No.
Oh, we're doing it? Is it happening? Oh, no, Radiate. A bunch of stars to Radiate on turn 1 and you kill everything.
I should have saved the Royal Gamble.
Indeed. But you have Meteor Shower, so it's
No star.
fine.
No. Skill pot? I don't know. Unfortunate. Unless. Cards in the drop.
There's no cards.
Do you ever
Classic
have
red.
moments as a speedrunner where you see a card and you're like, what does that do again? And then you try it and it does nothing? Maybe that's just me.
Yep, I've been.
I have those moments roughly once a run as not a speedrunner.
Yeah.
Is this anything?
Or Calcum's pretty good. Okay, hopefully can get a high roll turn against the crabs here. I think the fight's really going to come down to that.
Absolutely.
Not the high roll on turn 1. Hopefully Royal Gamble can go off next turn. I think it should, because you'll get draw from the puzzle. And then...
Guaranteed. Wow.
Yeah.
Very good.
Okay, check this out. Yep.
That's what we're talking
Just
about.
a bit of damage. Yeah. Man, another really good like high roll run. The comment section would go crazy about that turn you just played, but wow, okay. Into Act 3, we're just hoping to high roll every fight. Again, we're looking for card removes. Glam could, well, no, that's card rewards. Never mind. The Swift is what I was thinking of. This should really improve the consistency of the deck. So these 3 cards are now enchanted that they draw 3 cards the first time they're played. So that should really help out with getting the combo in turn 1, especially because Big Bang is innate. So you're going to draw up to, 9, 10 cards on turn 1 pretty much every time and get a turn like where you just kill on turn 1.
And 5 plus 9 is actually exactly 14. So if you get all 3 Swift cards, you're drawing your entire deck on turn 1.
True say.
What
Still like to get some of these other
hand
cards
size
out of there.
limited.
Yeah. Unless you just draw the garbage all at the same time. But still, even turn 2, like now Meteor Shower is going to draw you cards and everything. Yeah. The consistency is huge right now. Another fairy in a bottle may come in handy.
You don't need that anymore.
Yep. Yeah, you're high rolling so much. I think it doesn't matter.
I'll take that too.
Stardust?
Ooh,
Okay.
okay. There's one of the star payoffs.
Yep.
Take that too.
And the Flex Potion is also insane.
Yeah.
We're hitting a lot of times. Doing 5 more damage on each of those hits is going to add up super, super fast.
There's the Stardust upgrade as well.
I'll keep removing.
As we were saying before, Radiate does not consume the stars, so you can actually do Radiate and Stardust on the same turn for giga damage. I think that queen's gonna die immediately. I hate seeing this event in speedruns. It's such a bummer. Just don't want to fight it.
We're fine.
And somehow we haven't. No, I'm not gonna say it. I'm only gonna say it after this next combat.
No.
Oh, no.
I knew.
What have you done?
You were
You did
about
this.
to curse.
All your fault.
Well, this is a speedrunner's least favorite fight to see because these things just take forever to die. It was worse when there was 2 of them. At least there's only 1 now. I actually got through it very quickly. It was just because
Yeah,
of
not
the
too bad.
thought of the axe bots that they showed up. Okay, big turn 1. They're dead. I think everything's dying on turn 1 now.
Another flex pot? Holy crap. Queen is so dead.
Queen doesn't stand a chance.
Chat, don't blink.
Yeah.
Yep, it's going to be over real fast.
Yeah, we'll just throw those on.
I thought you weren't gonna flex anyway. That would have been like aura farming. You don't even need the Stardust.
Stardust not required.
Another crazy run. Gotta say, these last 2 runs have been insane.
So basically, if you want the world
Absolutely.
record, just do what Meagle did there, but don't curse an axe bot into existence. It's
Yes,
easy.
don't speak the axe bot. Do not think about the axe bots and they won't show up. What you can't see can't hurt you. Okay. We do have to sit through these animations again here. We're going to get into the final run, which is Ironclad. I would say this is the quintessential Slay the Spire speedrunning character.
Absolutely. This is how I got into the game. Or speedrunning the game, I mean. I was Ironclad, so...
Yeah, so we'll try to find a good start here. Splash is
That's a
interesting.
decent
It's going to be a lot of clicks, as we were talking about before.
Yes, and a lot of processing. You have to judge what Splash is doing every single time.
Yeah, it's one of the best cards in the game, but in speedrunning, it takes too much time to process what the heck is happening.
Personally, I'm a believer, but I understand why you might not be.
So Ironclad, Ironclad's game plan in regular Slay the Spire runs is to, what do we see in here? Ball lightning, so, okay. Ironclad's speedrun in normal games is just to like do damage, and it just lends really well to speedrunning. You're looking for a whirlwind, a bloodletting, an offering, self-damage stuff to do more damage on turn 1. We are not finding the cards right now.
Just looking for anything, really.
Yeah. Really on Ironclad, what you're looking for is a whirlwind to just kill everything on turn 1. Seeing a good path on the right side there, though. That's
Path is good enough. I'm going to try this.
yeah.
Yeah, volley decks need a lot of sauce to get past AoE fights a lot of times, and Whirlwind just completely trivializes that problem. Ironclad also has Bloodletting for energy at common, and a lot of ways of gaining strength, so he's probably the easiest character to scale these kinds of decks with.
Battle Trance is really good to see for drawing all your attacks 0 cost. Removals are really good to see. We're speedrunners. We remove
already.
the defense. Yep. Volley? That would have been crazy. Flash. Another relic you're really looking for is Akabeko. We haven't seen one yet, but it's really, really, really good on Ironclad. It's a tough fight, this Sludge Spinner. The boss might be a little tricky as well, the Soulfish. Hopefully he can build up a turn 1 kill before then. Hemokinesis does a lot of damage.
I need some sort of damage.
Yeah, we need something. It's so this Meow relic that was taken, the scissors that do 16 damage to you. It's actually one of the best speedrunning relics out there. Is there a shop coming up? It's one of the best speedrunning relics out there, but you might die in Act 1. And normally we wouldn't care, we would just reset, but this is a 5-character run. You kind of just got to get through it here. It's a good sharp enchant.
I should have
pretty
taken
good
the curse.
middle sector.
I missed that shot.
That's Conflagration. It's pretty good.
Need strength.
It's one of the best cards in the game. Currently, we don't have any way to scale it, but hopefully that'll change soon.
Yeah. Another one you hope to find an enchantment for. Definitely looking for strength now. Oh,
I guess I'll take it.
That's a strength
I
on
guess.
it.
It's not the greatest, but this is a 5-character run, so by the time you get to the end of it, you really have to just deal with what you have in front of you. Okay, I mean, it's pretty good damage now, to be honest. But
He's looking strong, good potions, good removes. This is a solid position.
yeah. Save the potions for a dire situation if you can.
We're fine.
Nice. Okay, 222 Act 1 is actually very fast. Offering is incredible.
And we get the best rare,
Yeah.
perhaps the best card.
Yeah, one of the best speedrunning cards to see, really.
Embers.
Not the best relics to see from Tezcatera. There are 3 relics you really want to see from Tezcatera, which are Brightest Flame, the 4 removes, and the 7 energy at the start of your turn. Unfortunately, none of them came up there. And you don't have any X cost cards anyway, so who knows how good it'd be.
Yeah, the soup seems pretty decent with the Battle Trance as well. But it is just a lot of card plays, so it's not always the best thing for speedruns.
I don't know, these fights are looking really good.
Oh yeah, I think it's really good.
These decks were this deck was definitely thrown together, with what you have, but it's going pretty well. Case in point, look at
Also,
that.
if you think
Look
about
at
it,
that.
zero cost
Oh!
is
Wow.
strength scaling.
We'll take strength.
So I
I
assume
never know what to take.
Oh,
I
nice.
never know what to take with strike dummies.
Big strikes.
Sorry, go ahead.
I assume there is a logic to the ordering of the characters in the 5-character speedrun, or is it something like, I know in Hades, like multi-weapon speedruns and that, you can run them in any order, and so it's often just preference, and you like loop around if you don't get a good enough run late in where you can just start and end your all weapons earlier, or is this like meticulously routed what character comes where in the order?
So it is, if you were trying to set a world record, it would be meticulously routed. What you would do is the character you think you're the worst at, you would actually play them first.
Sure.
Because if you die, when you reset, you haven't wasted as much time, right? So Migo in his record started with Regent because it's kind of the least consistent character. And you just try to set a really good Regent time, and once you do that, you just launch it into the rest of the run. I would say the character order doesn't matter too much after that. Maybe you do Silent next because it's a little less consistent, but ideally you would do your worst characters first to get it all out of the way, and then you're just cruising the rest of the way.
That makes sense.
yeah, I would even specifically say not necessarily worst, but least consistent.
Yeah.
It's all about consistency.
Yeah, so generally Ironclad last is a pretty good approach. Ironclad, you
Yes,
can kind of
he's
just
very
spam
consistent
attacks. You
compared
can
to the
always
other
get away with
characters.
it. Yeah. Yeah, this is looking pretty good, and it's really just like a lot of attacks to
Wow.
deck. You're still just killing on turn one. Simply
I thought the
incredible.
soups would be good, but it is surprising me. It is.
Yeah, it's
incredible.
unbelievable. I feel like the crabs have been the boss like every single run. The main character of the stream are the crabs.
I mean, as certified another Crab's Treasure enjoyer here, this is a favor to me. Sorry to curse you with crabs.
It was all written in the stars. Okay, pretty clean so far. Getting really low health though.
Wow.
Once again, escaping the boss fight with just a sliver of HP left.
I
Oh,
nearly
the
came
second
through the
offering.
armor.
That might do something.
the unfortunate boss relics, really.
For sure. The antler seems really bad in this deck. You just want to draw more strikes. Adding cards into the draw pile is not good news.
Look at that.
Scarf
Look at
is
that.
also hard to play with all these zero costs. And then the
Okay.
potion
That'll help
one
you
is
survive.
also hard to manage in speedruns.
Yeah.
It's a lot of thinking. It's a lot of processing.
Yeah, it's too much
Takes
thinking for a
time.
speedrunner. No thinking, just go. Another fairy in a bottle. theme of the stream.
No more shots.
And not the best offerings in that shop. But I think, funny enough, these two offerings should really get you through the rest of these fights.
I'm never gonna
Hopefully there's
remember
enough.
Scarf.
Yeah.
It's impossible.
Yeah. So many things cost 0 anyway. It's hard to tell when the number changes.
Oh,
Good card
okay.
friend. Exhaust. Ouch, ouch, ouch.
Fix potion.
Not again. Well, obviously you just like, whoa, what are you transforming here?
Could transformed out.
Nothing. I'm saving Clay.
Just try and make the other decision. I don't think you need the bloodletting. Bloodletting is generally a really good speedrunning card, but only if you have, high cost attacks to play, and all these strikes cost 0, so you're just looking for card draw. Okay, I wasn't thinking about axe bots, yet here they are.
Yeah, this one I think is just RNG rather than manifestation.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Sorry for accusing you last time. I don't actually think it was you.
No, most speedruns you see are cursed to see the axe bots. There's some world records that still power through the axe bots. Hopefully the conflagration goes off well here.
Yeah, I think in the current version of the game, the test subject is actually a much larger time loss than axe bots.
Fair point. There is a thing we do in speedrunning sometimes, and you can't really do it in the 5-character category, but in the A0 categories where the world records are set, you can't actually control which bosses you're going to see based on the save file. But it never really came up here because you have to run through all 5 characters in a row. Okay, coming into the final, that's pretty good. Yeah, that's pretty good. That's a lot of damage. Coming into the final boss fight, you've got a fairy and a bottle of flex potion. It's looking pretty good. We're gonna get ready to say time on the 5 character run. I gotta say the first 2 characters were not looking so good. The last 3 have been insane.
Did you see that? We got brilliant scarf value.
Huge.
Yeah, it was going too fast for my brain to process. I couldn't see it. Okay, almost
That's time.
there, and time.
Incredible. Oh,
Wow.
I'm gonna.
GG.
What was final time?
There's a little bit of stream delay. I'm gonna wait and see if I can catch the exact moment that Queen dies. It's looking like just under a 102. I'll confirm in a sec.
That's better than any of my practice runs, but
Unreal.
Wow.
Final time 101.56,
nice.
A sub 102.
which is like nonsense. I mean, your world record in this is like a 55-minute time, I recall.
Yeah, 54 or something.
Unbelievable in a game as high variance and a run that invites as much variance in that game as this one to be that close to Reki. Nonsense.
That was probably the second fastest 5 character speedrun ever recorded. I don't think anybody's getting close to that.
Well, the gauntlet's been thrown. There's like a couple people watching this. It's your turn. You got homework now. Tag. No, Meagle, Nale, Peachfuzz, thank you so much for coming on. I'm so glad we got the chance to show this off. If the 3 of you have shout outs you want to give or otherwise let people know where you're at on the internet and what you're up to.
Yeah, huge shout out to Peachfuzz and Nale for commentating. That made this so much easier so I could focus. Shout out to all the friends watching, and if you want to see more speedrun content, then check out my YouTube at Meagle.
Yeah, that was such a blast. Thank you. It was a pleasure to commentate this run. I also do speedrunning stuff. I'm Nale on YouTube and Twitch.
Yeah, shout outs to Meagle for being a sick gamer. I can't believe how well those last 3 characters went. Shout outs to Games Done Quick for always running a tight ship and putting on a great show. And you can find my YouTube channel at Peachfuzz Gaming. My speedruns are a little more silly and not world record-ish. These two gamers that are commentating are very, very good, very, very fast. So check them out as well.
Thank you so much.
Amazing. Thank you one more time. Chat, please, massive energy for that absolutely absurd run of Slay the Spire II. Or at least 3 of the 5 runs. But with that, that is going to be it for us here at Make Your Own Victory tonight. If you are here and enjoying the indie game and frankly visually unparsable nonsense, I say with love in my heart, I highly encourage you to stick around. After the break, we are going to be moving into a community grab bag event show run by good friend Church and Sarge that is opening up with the Norp Apologue, a game that is kind of the you have to see to believe, as well as some roguelike goodness in Sworn. Make Your Own Victory will be back in 2 weeks on August 10th for our season finale. I'm so excited to share some also nonsense indie games with you then. As well, you can catch me this weekend in the marvelous menagerie of Metroidvanias, a 2-day weekend special on Hotfix showcasing, in my opinion, no bias, the greatest genre of video game there is out there. But regardless, thank you so much, everyone, for hanging out. We're going to take a quick break before getting into that community grab bag showcase. Speedrunning is a beach day. Thank you so much for playing in the sand with me. I'll see you on the internet.